Hey y'all, Mandolin here. How do you like the beautiful tie-dye background? Courtesy of my friend Lish. I came over to sit with her for a while and I told her I got to do a video. I got to get some information out about meditation out. That's what we're talking about today is meditation. Important part of your energetic health, of your spiritual health. It's an important tool. So let's go and start from the basics. What is meditation? Well, if you want to look at a dictionary says that meditation is a discourse intended to express its author's reflections or to guide others in contemplation. I'm going to go ahead and say that I believe meditation and contemplation are two different things. Meditation is where you're not really thinking on anything specific necessarily. Contemplation is where you really are rolling something over in your mind, so to say. My definition for meditation is it's a focus. It's a centering. It's a balancing. It's all about energy, like I always say. Now, many different religions and cultures have their own definition of meditation. And you too could very well come up with your own definition of meditation because everybody is different. This is about using something that's going to help you as an individual. And what works for you may not work for somebody else or vice versa. So the first thing I want you to ask yourself, you've decided to meditate. Awesome. I'm proud of you. What kind of meditation? Your purpose is not an expectation. Those are two different things. Your purpose, like I said, you want to focus. You want to just kind of center and balance and let your mind go where it will. But are you out to contact a guide? Do you just want to balance your energy? Do you want to meditate and have your chakras maybe have some balancing and alignment happen? Those things you may want to think about. Breathing, don't worry about it so much. Let your breath do what it's going to do until you get to where you can meditate effectively. You don't need to add a whole bunch of things in there. It's like one of Eddie's friends used to say, there ain't no rules, man. Not in meditation. It's what works for you and gets you maybe not even the desired result, but the best result for you in that situation. So different kinds of meditation. One that I like, just go sit outside in nature in silence. And I call it silent meditation because I'm quiet, but you'll hear nature, the birds, the wind in the trees, the crickets, the frogs. And that kind of helps bring you a little more grounded too. Do you want music in your meditation? What kind of music? Shamanic music, I love. It really speaks to me. I like guitar music, like the classical or piano. You know, you really have to decide what's more along your wavelength. Okay, guided meditations. A guided meditation is where somebody is talking, whether it be live or recorded, and they help to guide you, usually with visualization, that gets that part of your brain occupied on achieving the result that you're looking for. It kind of helps to take away the distractions and help you focus. Group meditation. Group meditations are awesome. You know, you can get some really cool energy. That can also be a guided meditation. So that's something, if you have a chance, I encourage you to try. Or the mantra. A lot of people are a little bit afraid of mantras in the way of, when I first started looking into mantras, I thought they were silly. I felt really stupid sitting there going, So a mantra is of Buddhist or Hindu origin, and it's a sound or a word that they repeat over and over and over to aid them in their focus and on concentrating. So the Om or the Ah that I mentioned, one of the things that I want to say is that I was doing the Om completely wrong for a long time. No wonder I felt silly. The Om, there's a purpose in this word, there's a frequency to this word. And when you do the Om, it starts all the way down in your root chakra. And as you you can feel the vibration within your body. So as you start down in your root chakra and you say and you can literally draw it up through your sacral chakra, through your solar plexus, through your heart chakra, through your throat chakra, and then up here to your third eye. Now, when you get to your third eye, you're at the end of the word, and as you can literally draw it up and you'll feel it vibrating in here, and you can feel the energy activating once you get yourself to where you can kind of let it happen. Don't try to make it happen. Let it happen is the key. And that's been an awesome way to open your third eye and develop some of your psychic abilities and things like that. If you're not comfortable with it, don't worry about it. And like I said, your breathing, just let it happen. Don't stress yourself out. Later on, you can get into some of the breathing meditations. The dragon breath is a lot of fun. That's all I'm saying. When you get your meditation down, check out the dragon breath. So, when you meditate, I like to have incense or a candle. It helps me to focus. If I can focus on the smell or the flame of the incense or the candle, then that kind of helps to stop all of those thoughts that want to run around in our head. You can have a blank mind, but I guarantee once you sit down and try to clear it and meditate, then the racetrack starts. Don't stress yourself out about that too much. Let it happen. Treat it like background noise. Treat it like the air conditioner kicking on or a dog barking outside. Just let it blend in. And pretty soon it'll exhaust itself, run out of steam in it, and it'll just stop. And when you realize that that's happened, you've already been meditating for a while successfully, usually. So, other things. Beads. I don't know much about this, but my understanding is that beads have something to do with the timing. They move forward a bead once they've had one in-breath and one out-breath. If that's something you're interested in, do some research on it. And if you find out more, leave it in the comments. I would love to hear more about it. I didn't do a lot of research on it. Okay, my favorite resources. Of course, I'm going to direct you again to Saba's Vibe, how she got herself up to 30 minutes meditation. She's completely authentic, one of the most loving souls you'll ever come across. And it really encourages you to know, trust me, she is on a very high frequency level. And for her to say this and tell you that this can be accomplished, it will encourage you, I promise. My favorite guided meditations are always Kenneth Soros. He has a YouTube channel, Kenneth Soros. I'll put a link down in there for that channel. He also does meditations on Power Thoughts channel on YouTube. A good speaker. Anytime you can listen to some Alan Watts, please listen to Alan Watts. He passed, I think, in the 70s. I'm not sure exactly when, but he's so relevant today. His information and the way that he does it is so easy to receive. I listened to the Power of Meditation yesterday, and I will include a link to that as well on the description box. But there's a spot, I think at 44:14. I don't know if it was intentional, but there's some sound distortion. It may have been intentional that he was, doing a demonstration. It's audio only, so I'm not sure. But trust me, you will benefit from listening to Alan Watts. He draws you in. Also, there's like some Alan Watts chill step where some people took some music, and I don't remember the channel, and they just like threw in a few lines of Alan Watts here and there. And it was really, really cool. It kind of zones you down a little bit, and you get some wisdom imparted during that time. So here we are at the end, and what I want to say to you is that you can meditate. One of the things is, don't define meditation the same for yourself as you see other people define it for themselves. Find your method. Find your best method so that you don't get discouraged. And start out small, start out slow. If you're a natural at it, awesome. But if you're not, know that it will come. Breathing, like I said, don't worry too much about it. It's just let it happen at first and then go into that later on. And as you develop your own style, you will find other things too that work into it. Other musics, other guided meditations. Do you want to go galactic meditations? Do you want to do shamanic meditations? It's all about what works for you, because we're all on an individual journey. And you finding your method of meditation may actually help somebody else. So by all means, share. I would love to hear from you. Share the video. Hit a like. Let me know that I'm doing something good. And subscribe. Tell all your friends. These are things that we need to do for ourselves and each other. Because when I had my awakening, over years, I've looked back and seen things that were kind of happening up here, conversations, and I realize now what they were. In 2012, I'd had enough. I'd had enough of trying to live in a world that didn't make sense, where people were so mean to each other and so selfish. So I exited my government job in tears, completely broken in a lot of ways. After Eddie's death in 2016, and then my brother's death a couple of months later, my brother died in March, or in February, and in March, I literally got hit. The anvil fell right on my head. Bam. Full activation. And then it was a frenzy. Trying to find information. Trying to get up to speed on the other people that I found to give me information. This is not a race. This is not a competition. Work on these things for yourself, these skills. Get yourself where you're able to be a resource for another. These videos, I'm learning with you a lot of it. Even though I've done a lot of this for, a couple years now, I'm still learning with you. And I'm totally okay with that. Because, like I said, send me some of your comments. Tell me what's going on. Tell me if you find something new. I want to hear from you. I want to share this with you. And I want to be one of the people that makes this world a better place for those that are struggling right now. Okay. I'm done bending your ear. I think that I have a topic for the next one. I'm not sure yet, but if there's something that you'd like to hear about, please, down in the comments, let me know. Let me know how you feel about the information I've given, and if you have any more that you can share with me. Have a wonderful day. Remember to ask for help if you need it. I'll include my email where you can contact me, and we can open a dialogue and see if we can't get you moving back down the path. And again, let me say thank you to Lish for, I love tie-dye. I love tie-dye. And I will see you on the next video. Take care of yourself. Say bye, Lish.
Bye, Lish.
Bye, everybody.